had proactively gone after Orlando Anderson. They had a past. Meet you know that is every bit of relevant information on the Tupac thing. You understand what I'm talking about. In an emotional turn in the music world. Advancements encompassing the baffling downfall of hip-hop sensation Tupac Shakur. Heap on holding the country as shadows from Tupac's disrupted past re-emerge. Hypothesis mounts encompassing industry. Goliath Diddy proof recommends the police. Might creeping nearer to more high-profile names plunge with us as we unwind this holding story for 27 years. The group of Tupac Shakur has been hanging tight for equity. Tupac Shakur, whose terrible end has confused fans for almost 30 years, got himself at the junction of quite possibly of rap's most warmed contentions. His relationship with Death Row Records set him entirely went against to the scandalous Awful Kid Records drove by. In all honesty, Diddy, the situation started to get interesting when Dwayne "Cool" D. Davis, a famous Southside Compton Crips figure, straightforwardly recognized his job in the drive-by that hushed Tupac perpetually. The seismic consequential convulsions of his claims embroiled Diddy, proposing he could have been the mannequin expert behind this lamentable occasion. These years after the fact, we at long last figure out that it was Orlando Anderson who pulled the trigger. Key D, who gave him the weapon and set it up, and P did he who paid them. Done as years passed. K Deed's bald-faced admissions both in meetings and his tell-all journal. Compton Road legend painted a dull embroidery of the occasions paving the way to that portentous night. He not simply professed to have been at the wrongdoing scene, yet proceeded to claim that Diddy's meet wasn't simply with Death Row's head honcho Marin Sue Knight, yet additionally with Tupac, particularly after the arrival of the rankling diss track Hit Him Up. The story took another turn when the Las Vegas Police Division caught Keith D. on September 29, 2023, close to his Las Vegas home. We are here today to declare the capture of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith. The ensuing charges against him for Tupac's death just escalated public interest as subtleties arose. Specialists set Kudi as the engineer, yet not the hitman. A account repeated by Lieutenant Jason Johansson of the LVMP during a presser. It has required endless hours, truth be told. Many years of work by the people of our murder area to get to where we are today, while the world observed. Close to home responses were abundantly Tupac's family, strikingly his sister SCI weighs it. Shakur communicated blended opinions on web-based entertainment, perceiving the huge advancement she all the while advised against drawing untimely ends, featuring the profundity of their family's aggravation and the ceaseless secret around Tupac's life and destruction. She underlined their mission for certified equity, moreover ongoing exercises by Nevada's specialists demonstrate the situation may be warming up. They executed a court order in association with Tupac's unsettled death, alluding to potential headways in the many years long examination. The setting to this conundrum stays the remarkable evening of 7th September 1996, when Tupac, close by Suji Knight, was trapped and later capitulated to his wounds. In spite of being a high-profile case, the examination hit various detours, to a great extent because of witness non-collaboration and Tupac's a legend. Like I said, Tupac wasn't conceived, he was shipped off us. Tupac's permanent blemish on the music scene is certain. His pose awards range from Grammy designations, outline beating collections, to being regarded at the rowdy corridor of popularity, and getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of distinction with record deals outperforming 33 million and stunning streaming numbers. His heritage stays unrivaled. The mission for equity for Tupac is revived, and as the bits of this complex riddle begin getting sorted out, the inquiry that poses a potential threat is who's next in this grasping adventure. While the narrative of Tupac Shakur is frequently related, the existence of Keith D is a story that dives further into the underside of the rap business, naturally introduced to a group of 12 kids to humble techs. What's more, guardians a huge bend in his family's fortune came when his dad won a stunning total at the Cente circuit in Mexico, comparable to $1 million today. This newly discovered abundance guided them into Compton, a spot that would later shape KD's destiny anyway. The resulting years brought their own preliminaries. By the age of 15, KD had currently confronted the deficiency of his mom too. Colon disease, a staggering blow for the young fellow, to add to the misfortune two of his siblings were additionally taken from him, one by the unforgiving hand of disease. What's more, the other a survivor of Compton's fierce road. Growing up, KG displayed a penchant for football and energy he imparted to the soon Tobe industry head honcho Suge Knight. The two youthful football fans framed a bond fortified by festivities facilitated by Suji's dad at the point when their group secured a triumph. This was likewise the time in which KB met Taryn Air Pocket Up Brown, another critical character in Tupac's secret. Anyway, the direction of his life took a sharp diversion at 19 years old, when he promised devotion to the CPS, at first determined by peer pressure and the charm of the posse way of life his association soon extended. Keith D got himself exploring the unsafe universe of substance dealing, an endeavor that landed him in jail among 1985 and 1989. In spite of reformative desires, jail simply solidified him further, showing him a way to turning into a critical figure in the Compton criminal scene. Keith D's vicinity to rap head honchos like Simple E and Sweet implied he was never excessively far from the inebriating universe of music. His communications reached out to symbols, for example, infamous large Tupac and teams from both Death Row and Terrible Kid Records. In a disclosure, KD even conceded to having monetarily upheld Death Row. You was cool with it, right? So was you a Tupac fan before, like when you went along with it was cool? Tupac definitely, he was out as a rapper anyway. It's the point by point admission from Davis in 2018, later being determined to have malignant growth that holds the world's consideration, affirming his presence in the scandalous Cadillac on